one of you has been treated unfairly. Sometimes I think the word United Kingdom means some are better than others, because you hear about the kilts of Scotland. You hear about the clovers of Northern Ireland, and you hear about the, pretty much everything of England.
Yeah.
But you know what we don't hear about? We don't hear about Wales. Even looking to do this video, we had a hard time finding a video to react to, because I feel like Wales is that little, that girl in high school that wasn't that pretty and nobody wants to pay attention to, but then at senior prom, she just grew into something beautiful, and they're like, hey, we messed up. She's gorgeous.
Okay.
We're senior prom, baby. Get ready to think that. Get ready for your regrets, because today we are doing a video by Roman Rhodes. He is a YouTuber that does a lot of travel and stuff around the UK. He's a UK vlogger. Give me a break. We just got off of vacation. I got a little...
Who's ready to go to the pool?
How's your 4th of July going so far?
Pretty good.
Still buzzed, but we're at a food court now, so it's different. I'm gonna love this video because this is what members deserve.
It's all on the members page if you want to go check that out. But Robbie Rhodes. No, Robbie Roams. Robbie Roams. I'm going to use some of his stuff before we go, because I was looking through his channel. He got a lot of cool stuff, especially for like road trips and stuff like that around the UK. And like, he's like one of them pretty ones that like do all the pretty shots and the pretty videos, but you'll see. Today we are looking at Wales' top 10 must-see places of 2023. That was last year. It was only a few months ago. So we'll check this out. Maybe we'll make the 2024 edition. Maybe he'll pass the proverbial baton to us, and we'll describe it, and we'll say we'll keep doing God's work. That's what I'm thinking. So let's get started. Wales top 10 must-see places. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the
bell notification.
Whatever button you feel like hitting. Just don't hit the escape one or like the X button. Just whatever. Hit the R button if you want to. I don't care.
Number 10, Aberystwyth. This university seaside town in mid-Wales is
Before we even get started, Welsh is a weird language.
Oh yeah.
Welsh is a very weird language. They've already got on to me about saying Wales. It's Wales. It's Wales, not Wells. Wales. Or is it Wells, not Wales? One of the reasons they got mad at me, I don't remember which one. But anyway, they had all that Aberystwyth with, it's like a real sound. I don't know. I just feel like we're going to hear that a lot in this video.
Must-visit location. The town centre has a load of great shops, cafes, bars and restaurants, and the trip up Constitution Hill will give you excellent views across the town and surrounding coast. Aberystwyth is ideal for a weekend break or maybe just a day out. Oh, and when you go there, you've got to grab some fish and chips from the Pier Chippy. You won't be disappointed. Number 9, the Brecon Beacons. This national park offers outstanding natural beauty and charming towns and villages. Located in South Wales, the Brecon Beacons is home to Pen y Fan. South Wales is the largest mountain.
Narrow roads hard to drive down. Okay, that's amazing. Are the more narrow roads hard to drive down? I guess like you guys have been there all your life, you're probably used to it, but they look like they'd be nerve-wracking. What do you do when you see another car? Because on a road like that, what was that?
I'll just look right there. There's a car.
I know, but I want to see that exact road. Hold on.
This national park offers outstanding...
Okay, look at that road. There's like really nowhere to turn off on.
No.
I've noticed that all through the country. Like, you just got to commit, I guess. Like, this is probably where the game Chicken's been invented. If you're not familiar with Chicken, that's when two cars shoot straight at each other. The first one to veer off is a chicken.
Yeah.
Natural beauty and charming towns and villages. Located in South Wales, the Brecon Beacons is home to Pen y Fan. South Wales' largest mountain, which is actually quite a manageable walk for anyone, regardless of fitness.
Well, there you
Ish.
could see.
There are a
Yeah,
number of
that's
stunning waterfalls and 2 incredible mountain passes which allow you to soak in the beautiful scenery from the
You know,
comfort of your own vehicle
is that like
if you're
Welsh
lazy
colored
like
grass?
me. One to check out is the Black Mountain Road Circuit. It's actually amazing. And moving on to number 8, it's the Blue Lagoon at
All right,
Aberystwyth.
before we move on, like I noticed, like you go up to Scotland, the grass is different. In England, the grass is really green, and then you go to Wales, it's kind of orangish. Is that a thing? Like in Scotland, the grass or
Yeah.
Ireland, the grass is really green. But like we was watching that last video, I said, I bet that's really close to Scotland. I looked on the map, and it was.
Mm-hmm.
But I only guessed that because the grass looked like grass in Scotland. Is that a thing, or am I just an idiot?
Yeah, or he's using filters or less.
I don't know. I mean, obviously he's using filters and LUTs, but
This former slate quarry in Pembrokeshire is a unique and must-see location. The quarry here was abandoned and flooded many years ago, making it perfect for coast-steering, kayaking and cliff jumping into the deep turquoise blue waters. There are some superb views along the cliff top here, and there's also a wheelchair and buggy-friendly path so it can be enjoyed by all.
cliff diving.
Just be careful, the water is deep and very cold, and if you're a wimp like me, probably don't bother jumping in. In number 7,
You would have to have a certain amount of grit to you because you know that water's cold. That's still
Yeah.
like the northern ocean. That water's probably freezing. But you don't expect that.
No.
You don't expect the kayaking around coves. And like I know like people somebody made that statement to me the other day. They're like I was like, there's some things I was talking to a commenter and I was like, well, there's some things, you know, you get in England, it's really good. And then there's other things like in America that's really good, like barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And he's like, yeah, because it's too rainy for us to, you know, go outside and cook. And like, I noticed like the difference between our cultures is when we say barbecue, you automatically think
The grill.
the grill.
Yeah.
And for us, barbecue it rarely has anything to do with a grill. It has to do with a smoker.
No, for me, barbecue does mean the grill, but I'm from the north.
But no, if you look up, here's the thing. If you're like with your friends
Mm-hmm.
and you understand what they mean, like if you're sitting there up with your family, nobody from the South is with you, and they're like, let's grill some cheeseburgers, as to let's go get some barbecue.
Well,
You understand the difference between those two things, right?
yeah.
I don't think in England a lot of people understand that. Like in America, grilling is burgers, steaks, hot dogs, you know,
Chicken on a stick.
chicken on a stick, shish kebabs and stuff. And then barbecue involves smoke. Like that's where our briskets, our ribs, that 8-hour cooking barbecue, Memphis style, Texas. So when we say you guys don't barbecue in England, we're aware you grill, but we don't think that you guys barbecue. We don't think that you marinate the beef. You know what I mean? And the same idea, like with this, like we don't think you guys go to the beach. You know what I mean?
You just
More
don't
genuinely.
think so.
Yeah, it's insulting, but we just don't. We don't think that. I don't know why we don't think that. You're an island. We don't think that you guys hang out by the ocean. But let's
No.
think of all the British movies we've seen.
Which everywhere has fish and chips, so you would think too, that would make it like, yeah, okay, they should be by the water, mess around in the water, but I personally don't think.
The only time
Of
it
water.
ever shows people at a beach on any type of British movie is when somebody is coming from another place to try to kill Britain.
Yeah.
That is the only time you see that beach. Or when they're leaving to go, you know, take over 3/4 of the planet, you know. Outside of that, you don't see nobody at the beach.
No.
Not far from Blue Lagoon is Strumble Head Lighthouse. Now this has to be one of the most scenic spots in the whole of the UK, let alone just Wales. Originally constructed in 1908, the lighthouse sits on
Pretty
St
good
Michael's
flowers.
Island and is a top location to spot dolphins. On a nice day, Strumble Head makes for an epic photo, so make sure you've got your camera or your phone ready. Now I actually used the photo I took of Strumble Head on the cover of my new Road Trip Wales guidebook, which just so happens to be the sponsor of this video. So before we see the remaining 6 locations, and trust me they're incredible, let's quickly take a look at my new guidebook.
We're looking
The
at his
Ultimate
guidebook.
Wales Guidebook by Amazon best-selling travel writer Robbie Roams. featuring incredible locations, practical tips, and stress-saving hacks to ensure your Welsh road trip is simply unforgettable. This book has everything you need, from itineraries to hotels and campsites to road maps. Each must-see location comes with a postcode and what 3 words reference to make your road trip easy and stress-free. Order Road Trip Wales for only $16.99, including free UK delivery.
And now let's get...
Okay, real quick. Robbie roams. Like I said, I watched a few of his videos. He's really good at what he does. Me and Tiffany's already been talking about buying his book, and I think he has other books. So I'm going to leave a link down to where all his stuff is, especially if you live in England, because this guy is like weekend getaway, unique getaway king. Like he's really good at what he's doing. Like, and he's saying, and I know like a lot of you guys has been on the channel. It's like, you guys see more of my country than I do. I need to see more of my country. This is a good guy to start with.
Yeah.
So check out his channel. Links in the description. And maybe pick up his book. We might pick up his book. But pick up his book. Leave him a like. Let's move on.
Get back into it with number 6, St Davids. Now, a trip to Pembrokeshire in Wales is not complete without exploring Britain's smallest city.
Wow.
Its main attraction is the impressive St David's Cathedral, which was constructed in 1181. The city has many fabulous independent cafes, restaurants and shops that are definitely worth a mooching while you're here.
Yeah.
Number 5, Snowdonia National Park. Located in the north of Wales, Snowdonia has everything from vast mountain landscapes to epic sandy beaches. Now, while you're up here, you could climb up Wales's highest mountain, Mount Snowdon, which has several routes up. Personally, I'd recommend taking the pig track up and the miners down.
Okay, this is what makes me mad. I'm going to rant here for a second. This makes me mad because that is absolutely gorgeous. And you know what that rings in like my head? Like, do you know what that brings up in my head? That brings me up fairy tales.
Yeah.
And in a later video, you're going to see us go to Oxford. And now Oxford is known for a couple of writers, but one writer was in particular was J.R.R. Tolkien, who did The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. And this is where I get angry, people. Listen, come here. This is where I get really angry because the whole idea of this is this man was born and raised in England. Everything that was around him in England was probably the inspiration for these places that he's been, right? So you have these beautiful mountains, and when I'm looking at this, I'm like, this is Lord of the Rings. But no, we have Hollywood that absolutely destroys everything. And instead of looking and saying, I love Lord of the Rings, I want to go to where J.R.R. Tolkien was walking around and the stuff that inspired him. Yeah. Right? Because when I was walking around, I was inspired. I just thought it was amazing to say, this is where, Alice in Wonderland was written, and this is where I'm more likely to see that rabbit crawl out of a hole here and say I'm late than anywhere else. And looking at these mountains, I'm like, okay, this is where Rivendell, and this is where I'm not a big, Lord of the Rings fan, but like this is you go, this is where the Shire would be, or this is like you get out in them flat rolling green hills and look so peaceful. But then you got Beavis and Butthead who's seen a Hollywood movie. They fly all the way to New Zealand and they're like, this is it, Beavis. This is what Tolkien dreamed about. No, that's what he dreamed about. This. Look at that. Look at that. That's what he dreamed about. He didn't need New Zealand. Hollywood didn't need New Zealand for whatever reason. But that is like a mythical country. Everybody in Wales, you live in a mythical country. It's gorgeous.
Taking the pig track up and the miners down. The Watkin Path has some beautiful waterfalls, great for taking a plunge into. Snowdonia is also home to UNESCO World Heritage Sites at Conwy and Harlech Castle. Now, if you're heading to Snowdonia, you're going to need at least a weekend, possibly more, but it's a great place to visit and you must go there. In at number 4 is Anglesey, a massively underrated part of Wales, if you ask me. Anglesey is an island off the northwest coast, which I like to describe as a mini Wales. This island has such diverse landscapes, from magnificent sandy beaches to beautiful lush forests. Some of the main attractions here include South Stack Lighthouse, Llandwyn Island, Beaumaris Castle, and the Menai Suspension Bridge. If you're looking for a place packed with things to see and do, and you're short on time, honestly, Anglesey...
Look at that. See that right there? I know you guys play video games just like I have. Do you know how many people try to capture that look that we're looking at right here? That's just them stony steps up to a lighthouse with the waves and stuff. You know why? Because it's picture perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I get so hyped up watching this. It's just, that's such a picture perfect. And
I want to jump into the screen and be there.
Yeah, I want to be there with a coat on. I want to, like, you know, like when you're in Florida, it's cold. That's it. Beach ain't pretty. Beach ain't fun.
No, in Florida, when it's cold, you really can't do anything because it's just not built for it. It's not meant to be cold here. And when it is, it's terrible. But there, like, you want it to be.
I don't know what to say. Like, every bit of it just looks so perfect for what it is. It's not, obviously, it's gray, cloudy skies, and, you know, it's not probably what you consider ideal for whatever, for, you know, what you do in Florida. But for some reason, it looks so serene and peaceful. It's just beautiful. I don't know. It's just so, I don't know. It's amazing.
It is the perfect Welsh destination. And now there's only 3 left, so we're going to go in at number 3, Tenby. Arguably Wales's most scenic seaside town, there is a lot to love about Tenby. Surrounded by a historic medieval wall, Tenby has a maze of narrow streets packed with quirky shops, cafes and restaurants. It also has 3 terrific beaches and has much to see and do. The thing about Tenby is once you've been there, I promise you, you're going to fall in love with the place and you'll just want to go there again and again and again. That's what happened to me. And in number 2, it's Barafundle Bay. Now this place has been voted many times as one of the UK's best beaches. And what's interesting about Barafundle is that it's a hidden gem, only accessible via a 20-minute walk from Stackpole Quay. But trust me, this place is 100% worth it. Barafundle is backed by...
You know what you do in Florida when you get done going to the beach? You go in your car, because usually in like towns like Daytona and stuff like that, it's rough on the outskirts of it. It's just really rough. Like you get done, like Atlantic City, New Jersey, like as soon as you get there, you have like Atlantic City, and then you have Boardwalk, and then you have Park Place, which is the American Monopoly board. And it kind of works like that. But as soon as you get off that main drag and you walk out, if you had something on your hand, it wouldn't last 5 minutes.
Yeah. You
wouldn't last 5 minutes out there. Daytona, homeless, rough. I mean, well, you can go look through our vlogs of like, you know, before this, and we've done everything, you know, Florida. We just want to go to Daytona because it's just rough, and we didn't feel right telling everybody. You know what you can do after you do this? You can take a nice walk over them cliffs.
Yeah.
Not in that way, but like you can take a nice walk around them cliffs and just like be at peace.
Yeah.
For such a small country, there's so many beautiful places to walk and be at peace. It seems such a peaceful place. Like that looks like, I don't know. The grass is always greener. Besides in Wells, it's kind of like
dunes and pine trees, and this beautiful sandy bay is the ideal location for a Pembrokeshire beach day. Now I know what you're thinking, if the weather isn't great, what am I going to do? Honestly, I would still go and check out this secret spot, and you can take your dog, it's dog friendly, so yeah, incredible place, definitely deserves the number 2 spot. In number 1, it's Rhossili Bay and the Gower Peninsula. The UK's first designated area of outstanding natural beauty, the Gower Peninsula is located in South Wales, just to the west of Swansea. It features many iconic beaches and miles of stunning coastline. The pinnacle of the Gower is Rhossili Bay. This is honestly my favourite beach in the whole of Wales, and it's been described as the supermodel of British beaches by The Independent. Rhossili is an unspoilt 3-mile stretch of pure bliss. Honestly, you'll be amazed by this place, and I highly recommend a visit if you're in South Wales. And just a little quick tip, if you don't fancy walking up and down some very steep steps, park at the Hill End Camping Park, which will get you to within about 50 metres of the beach. And there we have it, the top 10 must-see locations in Wales for 2023.
every time we watch a video, like this is our first time watching this video, I check the sound, make sure the quality, because a lot of people put on AI things. And I know you guys don't want to hear the top 10 coolest places in Wales that you should go to.
There was a lot of videos that had
There
that.
are a lot of them. Easy money.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, but first, I like the way the guy did the video. He did a really good job. But he really sold me on Wales. Like, and the reason I bring up them like mythology and stuff, and I know some banter back and forth, but I noticed that there's some evidence that if King Arthur did exist, he probably exists in Wales now. Like everything I say on this channel, it went away. Like somebody had something else to say, like, no, he's supposed to be up here. I don't know, but I know that definitely there's enough videos on here to say that there's at least a theory or a conspiracy theory that Wales has a contender, and everybody says Wales has more castles than anywhere else. And it just blows my mind that like nobody really talks about Wales.
No.
Like it seems like I understand Ireland, Northern Ireland and stuff, and I'm trying to see, I'm seeing Northern Ireland, trying to keep it all into range here, but like I really do feel like this place is underrated. And there's so many of you guys saying, come to Wales, and that might have to be a serious possibility here because.
Well, from everything I've seen, I want to go.
I know that's like it didn't show some of the bigger towns in here. Like there's like Swansea and stuff like that. There are places like that are bigger cities.
Yeah.
It just was focusing more on like the pretty not as built up. But like I don't know. I've never been to Swansea. Swansea could be an ancient town like every other place in the UK. I don't know. It was just kind of blown away. Like it's not more of a popular place because it just looked absolutely beautiful. I really, really liked it. Listen, before I forget, last video we did tasting, and you guys kept saying, hey, we want to send you some snacks because those wasn't good snacks. We want to send you snacks, get a P.O. Box. Well, we got a P.O. Box. And the address is right down in the description. So if you want to send us something to try, and listen, I'm not going to say no to more prawn chips. No. I'm not going to say no to some goldfish curry. So I heard that's what the takeout. I'm obsessed with takeout. And I got a really cool takeout video coming up really soon. Not really soon, but I got to work out some kinks to do it because I thought it'd be really fun. And send us some snacks. Like I'm just saying the door is open. I'm not telling you.
No.
Not you, right? Not now. Like, watch another video or something, like maybe this one. Something like that. I'm Rich.
And I'm Tiffany.
That was probably one of the most underrated places in the UK.